Now you're probably watching on the replay. So welcome. My name is Shemaine Nugent. And you know what time it is? It is wine time. It's wine time. So grab your favorite beverage. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock here. And I wanted to check in and see how you're doing and give you an update on my show, which will air Sunday at 10 a.m. Might even be a little bit sooner. I'm going to tell you more about that. If you would like to, I'd love to see where you're watching from, where in the world you're watching from. Hey, Phil Franken, let me know in the comment section. So write your city or state or country. And I want to also find out how you're doing. You know, a lot of people have been messaging me, especially about toxic mold, sadly. And my book, Killer House, which is coming out soon, very soon. I had to make a couple of changes. The text wasn't big enough. I don't know if that's a big idea to you, but it's a big idea to me, or a big deal to me. And I mean, I could see it with my glasses on, but I still have to strain a little bit. So this is just a prototype, and I ordered another one, should be here in a couple of days. And then as soon as I give the A-OK, then it's going to be available and I'll let you know. But if you want to be the first to know when my book, Killer House, is the air in your home killing you, you can just, all you have to do is sign up for my email list, and you can do that at ShemaineNugent.rocks. That's ROCKS, SHEMANE, ShemaineNugent.rocks. I am going to say hello to people who are joining. Wow, we've got a lot of people coming in. Phil Franken, love it. Hey, Tim, how from Iowa City. Gonna have to do it. Gonna have to do it. Okay. Oh, wow. That makes a big watching from Oregon. Oh, God bless you. How are things in Oregon? Do you say Oregon or Oregon? Oregon. Scott McIntosh, how are you? It's a beautiful day. You're in Utah, right? Scott McIntosh, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are doing well. We've got watching from Hillsdale. I know who that is. Troy Sandy. You know, Hillsdale, home of the only college, and I get nothing from them, but the only college you should send your kids to is, that's the only one. The other ones they're gonna have to be indoctrinated. And in fact, I'm going to tell you, on my show on Sunday, I have Charlie Kirk on my show on Real America's Voice. And I'm going to see if I can find the graphic for it. It is called Faith and Freedom. And you can see it on Real America's Voice, or you can also watch it on Rumble. If somebody can write that in the comment section, it's Rumble/Real America's Voice. And I do tape it earlier. I'll let you know that. In fact, I taped it today. That's the secret. I tape it early. I'm trying to get closer to Sunday, so I have to be careful about the topics that I bring up, because so many things can change between now and Sunday. But for right now, since I'm down on the totem pole, if you go to realamericasvoice.com and you look up shows, I'm the last show because I'm the most recent show. So I don't get the best time slots. I mean, I think Sunday morning at 10 a.m. is great, but recording it earlier in the week is kind of tough because so many things come up. However, I'm going to tell you what we're going to be talking about this Sunday. And this is one of my most important shows. I've got Juan O'Savin. Yes, I do. I have Juan O'Savin. Does anybody not know who he is? I would love to hear in the comment section while I am welcoming people. Hello, Troy Sandy, watching from Hillsdale. Zephyr, Florida. Do you like the video I sent you? I don't know. I don't know who that is. Okay, Staten Island. Hello from Staten Island. My stepson, Fleetwood, has a restaurant on Staten Island. I can't remember, the Belvedere, I think it's called. Great guy. He's just an amazing guy. Him and Danielle and Just a great guy. Good evening from Germany. Are you kidding me? How's it going in Germany? And goodness, from Germany. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining me. Jimmy Ray from Michigan, my home state. What has happened to Michigan? What has happened? And we've got Kevin Scholl from Omaha. Hey, Kevin, how are you? We've got Tim. We've got Rekka. Oh, I need to get my text. Rekka. Yeah, Rekka Woodruff. How are you? Richard, thank you very much for the kind words. I appreciate that. And we've got Tim, better Ted than Red. Yes. And Troy Sandy concurs. It's a great college. I can see it. Can you see it from your house? Like Sarah Palin said, that was just okay. Phil Franklin says Rumble/Real America's Voice. So if you want to watch my show Sunday, go to Rumble/Real America's Voice and click on the notifications. And Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for sure, it goes live. But I found kind of a glitch in the matrix. Did I say that? Who's with me? There's a big glitch in the matrix, but it actually played Friday evening. I was really shocked to see it, but that's when last week they had it uploaded into their system on Real America's Voice, because I just asked them, like, why did I see it early? So once in a while, you might be able to see it before Sunday. But so Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern on Rumble/Real America's Voice, they have a live chat, and I'm on there sometimes chatting back and forth. So go to that. This Sunday, guys, 107. And all I can say is my neck is going to be sore from shaking my head. The things that are going on, the things that Juan talks about is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. What's happening to our border, what's happening to our country. They're sending young, inexperienced military over to Ukraine, and so much more. It's just heartbreaking. So you're not going to want to miss that. We've got 107, Lucas Miles, who wrote the book Woke Jesus. He's a great guy, and I've read his previous book, and I met him last year at the National Religious Protest. And this year it's going to be held in Orlando. I may or may not be there. I'm not sure yet. But he's a great guy. Met him and his wife. So also, you're not going to want to miss this Sunday. I have Dr. Lee Merritt. If you don't know who Dr. Lee Merritt is, you got to find out. You got to watch my show. And also, more disheartening information. We talk about 5G and the effects. Yesterday, we had a meeting with our mayor about some other things, but I brought up the topic of 5G. Who's putting up those towers? Where'd they come from? And isn't it interesting? It happened during COVID when we were locked in our homes, or supposed to be anyway. Did anybody ever see them putting up any 5G tower? And what is it good for? We got into all that, and where she thinks, Dr. Lee Merritt thinks COVID actually came from. And you're not going to want to miss that. Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern on Real America's Voice. You can watch it on Rumble or realamericasvoice.com. And then also, guys, we got Charlie Kirk, the founder of Turning Point USA. And I am honored to be a Turning Point ambassador. I know I got to be the oldest one. I don't know why Charlie wanted me, but he's a great guy. And we talk about a lot of things. It's kind of a short, quick interview. And he's so busy, obviously, but only had a few moments for us, and I appreciate that. But full schedule on Sunday, 10 a.m. You can watch it Rumble, Real America's Voice, or realamericasvoice.com. My show is called Faith and Freedom. I'm going to take a second to check out your comments. Okay, we've got, yes, Jimmy, I see that. Okay. David says, We love you in the hobby. You should do a cooking wild show. You know what? We have a cookbook called Kill It and Grill It. It's a New York Times bestseller, and we do need to do another one. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate that. We do some cooking segments. We have had the provider who has great seasonings, and they've been doing some cooking segments on our Ted Nugent Spirit of the Wild show, which is now on Pursuit Channel. And the numbers, guys, on Pursuit. We were on Outdoor Channel. Now we're on Pursuit. The numbers are incredible. So, to answer your question, yes, I will be doing a cooking segment on an upcoming Ted Nugent Spirit of the Wild on Pursuit. Definitely, definitely. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Kevin says your faith in freedom is great. Okay, that's Troy. Let's see. Yes, I take glutathione every day. So I want to tell you a little bit about why I wrote this book. This is a little bit of a memoir and also obviously how I got sick and almost died from toxic mold. I'm getting to the glutathione. I do tend to be on the rabbit trail. And by the way, Kevin and everyone else, cheers. It's wine time. So cheers. Whatever beverage you're drinking, cheers to you. You're supposed to look people in the eye. I really am so appreciative of each and every one of you guys being here. I love this communication, this conversation. It kind of feels like home. Um, I know some of you as friends, and I interact with some of you, and I really appreciate it. So thank you. But getting back to glutathione and my book, Killer House. One of the things that I took when I was recovering from toxic mold, I had 4 different types of mold in my bloodstream, and I had a choice and I write all about this in my book. I had a choice of going to someplace like, some hospital where they would just, give you shots of chemicals, which I have before. I remember going to the hospital. I write about it in my book. I had such a horrible migraine. I used to get migraines all the time. Anybody get migraines here? I don't get them anymore. I praise God, I don't. And I feel your pain. And I want to encourage you to think about maybe there's mold somewhere, either in your home or your work or even your car. If you think about a lot of these, we just had a hurricane recently in Florida. Where do those cars go? Where are they going? So you've got cars that are sitting in water for days, maybe weeks. Mine was totaled. Mine was completely totaled. So anyways, I would get an IV, a vitamin IV every day when I went to the environmental health center. And I talk all about it. Some of the alternative, or now they call it functional medicines, that I did when this was in 2003. I first started my healing journey, and I was doing an IV of glutathione. So I have, Phil says, do you know glutathione is the only molecule that can neutralize the effects of 5G? I know it. I believe it. And I encourage you all to do your own research. That is the most important thing. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sadie. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I smile every time I say Sadie because that's my dog's name. Troy knows. Sadie the lady. Troy knows that. Okay. Okay, let's go on. So glutathione is good, and a lot of other things that I was doing, and I continue to do these alternative or functional remedies, vitamin IVs, oxygen. I have an infrared sauna in my house, and I do it almost every day. Not gonna lie, don't do it every day, but a lot, almost every day. And you have to change your diet just a little bit. And some of you might be saying, well, I see you eat cookies or cupcakes or, drink wine. When I was in the dark night of the soul, I will say, when I got sick and almost died, I've been a fitness instructor since 1980. And when I got really sick, I could barely walk up a flight of stairs. So when I was recovering, I absolutely changed my diet 100%. I felt like I barely ate anything, but still to this day, I think, life is meant to be worth living and enjoying. And and cheers, having a glass of wine now and then, and having a cupcake now and then, and things like that. So I talk about a lot about the 80-20 diet. I don't know if it's a real thing or if I just made it up, but that's what I do. 80% of what I eat is clean. Seriously, super clean. 20%, not so much. I like Fritos and cupcakes and things. Oh, I got a message here that hey, Ryan from Bards FM. Bards FM. If you guys don't know about Bards FM, you should go right now. We'll wait till this is done and then head over to Podbean, Podbean, Podbean. It's an app. And my show actually airs on Podbean also. It's on Apple iTunes and Podbean. It's called The Shemaine Show there. But I repurpose my Faith and Freedom show and put it all on Podbean. But getting back to Ryan, the guy who basically has given me so much information, and I don't know Ryan is talking about Bards FM. Scott Kesterson has a program called, it's on Bards FM. It's called Bards of War. If you go to Bards FM, is it bardsfm.com? Or I'm not sure, but go to Podbean, look up Bards of War. And Scott Kesterson does 17 shows a week. And that's where I get a lot of my information. People like Dr. Lee Merritt and 107. Again, he's going to be on my show, full of other people that have really given me an abundance of information. And what's important is that you do your own research. I could say things on here and you might question it. Great. Do your own research. That's the beauty of having freedom of speech, which, by the way, I don't have on Twitter. And I would love it if you guys, oh, thank you so much. I would love it if you guys could, for those of you who still have an account on Twitter, or if you have freedom of speech on Twitter, send our pal Elon a message asking him to reinstate my Twitter account. Would you please? Okay. Going back to the chat. Oh, Troy says, I miss Sadie, Coco, and Happy. Yes, we will most likely see you very soon. Troy, how do you like my backdrop? How do you like my backdrop? This is a zebra I got with my 30. Well, at the time I was shooting about 35 to 38 pounds on my bow and arrow in Africa. And I'm very proud of that. You know, it used to be about my hunting lifestyle, because I didn't want anybody to say, you know, anything negative, that, you know, we kill it and grill it. But now more than ever, I'm proud to be a hunter. And I think you should look into archery if you haven't already. Troy, are you getting ready for hunting season? I mean, now's the time, right? Now's the time to start. Okay. So hurricane vehicles. Yes. From Green Bay, Wisconsin. Thank you so much for being here. We got Texas in the house. Would I mind if I share the link as a different delivery system? I'm not sure. Hey, Ryan, how are you? Thank you so much, Terry. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you, Leslie. Very kind of you. Oh, Leslie, you're very kind. Thank you very much. Beautiful zebra. The other red meat. Yeah. I'll ask him. Okay, what else? I've been tagging Elon. Yeah, there have been a handful of you that I've seen have tagged Elon. What is going on with that? All right, guys, I won't keep you. Just wanted to say hello and check out my show. It's called Faith and Freedom. It's on Real America's Voice. You can go to Rumble and watch it. And on Rumble, we have a chat thread that I can chat back and forth with you guys to get your comments. You are not going to want to miss Sunday a.m., 10 a.m. Eastern. You're not going to want to miss Sunday's show. We've got 107, Lucas Miles talking about woke Jesus, Dr. Lee Merritt talking about 5G and other things, and Charlie Kirk, Turning Point USA founder. Are you kidding me? I'm blessed. I feel blessed. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I pop in here now and then. I'm often on Instagram. Instagram, I can share some dance reels. I can share music. So I share a few more things there than I do here on Facebook. But I love you guys. And I'm also here on YouTube. So thank you, YouTube, for being here. Thank you, Rumble. Thank you, Facebook. Love you guys. God bless you. Hope you have an amazing cheers.